So, as promised to my cat-eye lady friends, I wanted to make a video of like the basics for stamping, and just, you know, to reiterate, I'm not an expert by any means, but I just really love stamping, and just wanted to show you guys what I do and share some of the products that I use. So I'll kind of go through a series of like the starting through the basics, and then do some things like chrome stamping. So and I did a live about a week or so ago on my TikTok, and that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys that joined. So just wanted to follow up with a video for you all. All right, so some basics. So with Maniology, if you do their subscription, you can get a, I think it comes with like a stamper and a scraper for your first one, and then after that it's just like the polishes and the plates. So now when you get your Maniology stampers, they are almost always sticky, so you can see how this one is sticky. But if you order some, like I think I got this one off of Temu, Shein, one of those places, and this was like oily, the silicone head part. So yeah, my first one I ruined because I think I put some like alcohol or acetone on it, and then later found out like, oh, okay, don't do that because it's going to remove the stickiness of the silicone. So I got another one, and I just took some Dawn dish soap and washed it, and then just let it dry, and then went back with a like a lint roller, and I use this all the time. You can also just get some like Scotch tape, and that's pretty nice to do because then you can just kind of like leave it off to the side, and then in between stamping you can just clear it off. So so yeah, that worked really great. I think this might actually be the one that was like oily, so I don't know what's up with that, if it's just how it's manufactured. So but anyways, if you're going with now I haven't tried Uber Chic's stampers, but anyways, look at my poor stamper. It's so beat up. I'm like way too rough on them, but it does come out, of course, and so I was, mine was getting kind of like cloudy because it had some dust in here, so I just took out the stamper head and then took some tape to remove that, so now I can see better, I have a better window. I will say with, yeah, see like the knockoff, if you go on to, you know, Temu, Shein, all those places, then you don't really have that nice clear window, but this one's just scratched up. I think it wasn't that great whenever I got it either, but anyways, so if you notice the difference with your Maniology ones, they do not have a base, so you can see right through it, which makes it really helpful. So, and then, you know, you can just like replace the stamper heads too. I think they have like refills. All right, so now onto the oh right, so okay, moral of the story is to don't use acetone or alcohol ever. Even if you're using gels, which I will stamp with gels in this one, you want to only use like some people use like a scraper card to kind of like pull off excess. I prefer the tape. So all right, and then of course there's different styles. You have, this one's like the ice cube style, and this one is a monocle. Some are just kind of like better for different things. I've heard that the monocle stampers are better for doing like plaid. So most of the time you're going to do like a roll stamp, but with plaid, they say to just pick it up straight up like that. So I will try to do a demo of that one too. And let's see. Okay, so your cards. I love Maniology's cards because they are nice and thin. They're not quite the thickness of a credit card. They're much thinner. So I like that because they are more flexible, and you get even pressure whenever you're scraping. And so Also, yeah, so let me show if I can grab a bigger one. Oh, it's another Maniology one. I had it. Oh, here it is. Right here with me. Okay. So like this one, for example, is about the thickness of a credit card, actually a little bit thicker, I think. And so it's okay, but if you notice that it's a little bit warped, you know if you can tell that it's bent a little bit, that is going to create problems whenever you're scraping. So for this card, yeah, I might have to just use it like that. So I don't think I can use it long, hot dog style, hamburger style, however you call it. So you can see the difference in the cards, much thinner, much thicker. So it's not terrible, but you know, it's not like you absolutely have to have everything this way. I'm just saying, you know, when you're starting out, at least for me, whenever I was just starting with stamping, I was so frustrated and so irritated with just all the products, and I was like, it's got to be me. But I will definitely say it can be both. So there is a technique to it, but your plates, your scrapers, your stampers, they all make a big difference. So so yeah, I think that's all that I'm going to say for the basics, I believe. Was there anything else? Let me see. Only use tape. Oh, right. Keep your scraper clean. So if you, I have some dental bibs that I got off of Amazon that I use. And you can just, you know, keep some paper towels. And as soon as you scrape, go ahead and like wipe it off. Of course, the more you use acetone to clean it, you know, it's going to damage your card over time. So, you want to just make sure that you always keep it clean. See, now I can tell, like, it's, so the side that is going to be touching the plate, it needs to be smooth. So like this side, it does have like this image is raised a little bit. So I usually don't even notice, but it could, I guess, cause problems. So I noticed some of my stampers, like I wasn't keeping it super clean, and it's like you can feel it sometimes and it looks all right, but or maybe just by looks, but whenever you feel it's like bumpy, you're not going to get a clean scrape and you won't get a good pickup. So I learned that from the Maniology tutorial live that they did, I think. So that was really helpful. Also, subscribe to their YouTube and all their socials because they have a lot of really good tips, and their lives are fun too to join. So, all right, so I think that's it for. Oh, okay, so now on to the polishes. So your polish needs to be a good consistency. If it is too thick, it is not really going to pick up. And you can see how thick this one is. Can you? Yeah, it's it came like that. I don't know what's up with, but the Maniology white and black are both very thick. So not sure what's up with that. But I can still get a pretty decent pickup with this one, but they do sell some nail polish thinner. So I got that, and you just do a couple of drops in there, shake it up really, really well, and just make sure it's fully homogenized, and then try it again. I have some other polishes from them that work wonderfully. They are like a little bit thinner consistency. So, so yeah, let's see. Now there's so many different brands out there. There's gel that you can use. I have tried regular polish, just, you know, curious how it will work, whatever I have in stock. I have some OPI polish that I tried, and it worked really well. And then also I've heard that, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. So, oops, sorry. Here is the OPI that I used, and it did a really great job with pickup. This Sally Hansen Insta-Dry, I'm drawing a blank on her Instagram and YouTube, but anyway, she recommended the Insta-Dry Sally Hansen Gold, and this one's okay. It's not bad. It's a little bit sheer, but basically you just need a polish that is going to dry quickly and that it's opaque. And not every single polish from, you know, is going to be opaque. So Maniology does make some that are a little bit more sheer. It just depends on the look that you're going for. So for example, this one is not necessarily like really opaque, but it's beautiful. So so yeah, it's kind of like planning. You do have to plan ahead for your images. So if you want to do something a little bit more complicated, like to add more depth, then you want to start picking polishes that, you know, would be good for backgrounds. And then you have your stamping polishes that are great for outlines, like you have your blacks, browns, like just darker colors. So yeah, just a quick rundown on the polishes. And then let's see. Talk about polishes. What else am I missing? Any experts out there, y'all chime in, and of course put stuff in the comments to help all the ladies out. Okay, I think that was it. So let me go ahead and show some stamping. Okay, I do remember one more thing I wanted to talk about with the plates. So yes, there are some plates out there that are a little more affordable than Maniology, but honestly, it's a gamble. You're not always going to get a guaranteed pickup. I would just recommend looking at the reviews. And I think in general, most people are, it's like stamping is pretty hard initially. So I would say if they have a lot of good reviews, and that's probably a good sign. So this one I got off of Amazon. I think it's called Pandhol is the company, and these work pretty good. So when you feel it, you can tell that it's like etched pretty well on the surface. And of course, you're not going to know that until you buy it, unfortunately. So yeah, it's really just kind of a gamble. I will say all of my Maniology plates are amazing. I've had some on that I've purchased from Temu and Shein. I was going to show one later, but basically, you know, you just want to keep your plates clean before you do your pickup. So only use 100% acetone. Do not use any acetone with moisturizers, because that will prevent you from getting a pickup in the future. And then of course, if you're using some like really glittery holographic ones, then make sure you go over really well with you know, to remove it. And they're, you know, everybody's favorite not so lint-free wipes. This is a pretty good kind. BCOWOS. It's from Amazon. I got a big pack, and these are actually great. It's like the first actual lint-free wipe that I've used. And so, but yeah, paper towels, whatever, just make sure you get all of the dust off. Just like if you were prepping a nail, you know, you don't want to have anything on there that's going to get into the grooves and affect your pickup. All right, so I think that's it for the very basics. Okay, so I'm going to do a butterfly design, just like a basic pickup. I did this cat eye from Carabelle Beauty. Beautiful, beautiful. So, oh right, I went ahead and just did a top coat on all of the nails. So you could do like a hard gel top coat, and that would be really nice for if you're, you know, practicing and you're doing like a 7 nails for yourself. It's not going to eat away at the the acetone is not going to eat away at the like regular soft gel. So, but either way, it's not like it makes that big of a difference for me. But I just did a regular gel soak off top coat. Okay. Let me see. I will say, if you're using like a questionable plate, make sure you have a really good scraper and polish and stamper to go with it. If you're using subpar, all the above, then I think that's where it's going to get you into trouble. So this one, I do know that it's a little bit patchy sometimes, so I'm just going to make sure that it is super duper clean. And I'm doing all this real time so that y'all can see. Of course, I am not perfect, and yeah, I think even the ladies on Maniology talk about how they, it still takes them some time to get a really good pickup, so it's not always perfect every time. So don't beat yourself up. And look at that, I've still got some residual polish from before, so I'm just gonna go in. I don't really like cotton balls because they get the little fuzzies in the grooves and it drives me nuts. So these are really nice. Okay, and I'm gonna go with my Maniology Black. I hope that I shake it up really, really well. Okay, and then you want to get your scraper, stamper, everything like right next to you. I always do this where I will like put my stamper, my scraper off to the side, and then I'm like, crap, where is it? Meanwhile, your polish is drying. So, okay. And let's see, I wanted to get the cat eye kind of up towards the center because that's where I want the butterfly, I'm sorry, top left, not center. So that's where I want the butterfly image to kind of overlap. Okay, so now I'm going to put a generous amount of polish. And this is how I've watched Maniology do it. And then gentle scrape, cleaning it off. And then picking up in the opposite direction. Not bad. That's all right. Now you're going to go ahead and let's see, do I want to, that's not really how I wanted it, but that's okay. Oh my Lord. Yeah, see what happens. I guess you gotta be ready. That's the other thing. Once you start going, you're committed. So, and look, I did not even have to use the sticky base coat. I'll talk about that in a second. So this was just a regular top coat. And it's stuck to it just fine. Now, if you're waiting too long, if you're not moving quickly, then you could potentially, it may not transfer everything. All right, so I'm just going in with my little roller here to clear off my stamper. Now, if I didn't like that and I wanted to redo, this is what's really nice. You can just take it off. Now, so you know how top coats, they still have a little bit of inhibition there. It's not sticky, and but it's still present, because every gel polish still has a little bit of inhibition there. So I kind of use that to my advantage whenever I go in with stamping. So it's possible now that I've really wiped all that off that I may not get a very good pickup. So I'm sorry, not a good transfer, but we'll see. Again, if I'm moving quickly enough, then the polish is still going to be a tad bit tacky and you'll get a pretty good transfer. Okay, so one more time. Let's try a different image. Generous amount. Scrape, light pressure. Pick up in reverse. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty good. All right, again, I'm committed, so I'm gonna just go in here. Now you see, I'm out of frame. I tend to be way too rough on my stampers. And so now that I don't have that sticky base coat, I'm gonna move much more slowly. And in some cases, I'll see through the stamper where it's lifting, and what I'll do is go back and release in the other direction. So if it's lifting up this way, then what I would do is take my stamper and roll it the other direction. And that always works for me. So if this nail was a little bit smaller, that would look better, but pretty cute, huh? Very pretty. Okay, now again, this was, I think it came with maybe 3 different or 4 different plates. So for $9, I feel like that was a pretty good buy. And I'm gonna just go through. One thing I like on Maniology, they have this like little pineapple pick rubber doohickey thing. It's, oh my gosh, it's so messy. And then that way you don't have to get it all over your fingers and mess up your manicure. So, alright, so even though this was still pretty thick, Maniology, tried and true, it's the good stuff. So, I'm just going to go ahead and use a cotton ball. So what I'm going to have to do is go behind it with my other little lint-free wipe. But the cotton ball, you do get, oh, see, you can see all of the, it's like cotton just getting stuck in there. Ugh, and that feeling, I don't know what it is. It's just like, I don't like it. So, yeah, these plates they're etched a little bit deeper than my Maniology plates. So, but hey, it works. Alright, I forgot what I was going to show next. The difficulty of having ADHD. You forget what you're talking about mid-sentence. Anybody have that trouble? So, sometimes I'm like walking into another room and I'm like, what did I come in here for? Sometimes, I mean like every day. All right. Let me think on that, seriously. Pause. All right, it's not coming back to me. So I'm just going to go ahead and top coat. Now you can use gel top coat. And I know for a fact that Madam Glam works really well. Basically any like thick top coat, you know, just play around with it, see how it works for you. But I think in any case you don't want to just like, you know, wipe it on or paint it on. You're just gonna like float it. Now the smudge free top coat by Maniology is amazing. And when I was first like shopping with Maniology, I was like, I don't need that, it's gonna be fine. And I ruined my design because I used just like a regular polish for top coat, and it does not matter how long you let it dry, it just does not, it still smudges it. So there's something with the formula that prevents smudging. And look at that, gorgeous, like it does not smudge at all. So you can even smell the difference. I haven't like checked the ingredients to see what exactly, because I want to find a dupe. Like, I love Maniology, but they take forever to ship the stuff. But anyways, so yeah, like if I'm out and about or something and shopping, I would love to be able to just like pick up, you know, I don't know, like OPI or something. But I know OPI doesn't work because I tried it. So anyways, that is the design for just like a very basic stamp. So just to reiterate, I think moving quickly helps, and then when you scrape, make sure you are using light pressure. If you are scraping too hard, then it's probably not going to pick up for you. You may have some gaps. So when I scrape, it's quick and it's even distribution. So and then I try to wipe off onto like paper towel or something instantly, so that way it's like one full motion. Okay, and then also the nice thing about this is that it dries pretty quickly. So all right, on to the next. Let's see, I have a little thing list here. Stamping. So I was going to do some chrome stamping. Oh yeah, I do have some alcohol inks and watercolors. Yeah, I think that chrome stamping is like what most people wanted to see, so I will try that. I'm gonna try a couple different things, so you guys are gonna see this real time. this, look how pretty. I did 2 layers of this one. It's like a sheer cat eye. Again, this is from Carabelle Beauty. I will pull all the polishes down at the end and show you all. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to try is chrome stamping with regular polish, and then I'm going to do it with gel. So one moment while I find all my stuff. All right, so grab yourself another stamper head that's like maybe older, has some tears in it. All of mine have tears in them. But, and then get your chrome. And you want to set this up ahead of time, fuzzies. So, oh, that's pretty. I love this gold. It is just gorgeous. You probably don't have to coat like the entire area, but, oops, oh my gosh, it's getting everywhere. I should do this on top of my, all right, y'all get the picture. I'm gonna do this on top of my nail dust collector. And I almost forgot. So you do need, if you're going to do some isolated chrome, you will need to use like a matte top coat, or you can just buff your regular like shiny top coat. So I'm using the Madame Glam Velvet top coat. Oh boy, that chrome got everywhere. That's okay. It's so pretty. It's like little tiny glitters, but it's beautiful. So okay. We'll let that settle for a second and pop that in. All right, so while that's cooking, I went ahead and off camera, I prepped my other stamper. So you're just gonna, you know, burnish in. You can use like one of those little eyeshadow applicators. I use a silicone tool, and so you want to have this like right next to you. And I believe I cleaned this really well, yes. Now I probably got a little bit of chrome flakies, tiny glitters into this plate, but that's okay. We'll see how it does. So, and then let's see, I need, really you can use like any polish. The nice thing about using, I think, like maybe a polish that is similar in color to the to what you're going to be using for chrome, because if it doesn't quite work out as well, then it kind of helps. So to camouflage, I think. All right. Let's see. Okay, it is matte, and now I'm using a little bit of acetone, and I'm going in to remove any bit of that inhibition layer. Like I said, even though this is no wipe, you still have just most products, not every single product. There's a whole debate about all that, whether it's, you know, whether you have to do it, but I just always go ahead and I always wipe with alcohol usually, but I'm using acetone because that is going to make sure that there is nothing left. Oh man, that looks so cool as matte. All right, so I'm gonna put this off to the side. Now remember, I'm gonna have everything like right where I need it. So I'm gonna try this gold and we'll see how it works out. I'm gonna make sure I get my scraper, and you can even like have it in your hand at the same time. Let's see, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so I want an image, because I put the cat eye kind of like up here. So I'll use this one on the bottom. I think that'll be good. Sometimes I have difficulty with images that are like right on the bottom. Like I don't get the best scrape, I guess, because I'm like, I don't know, going down onto the table. So let's try it, see what happens. Okay, everything is right where I need it. Notice how much thinner this polish is. Oop, yep, see, that wasn't great. All right, quick, quick, quick. Ooh, pretty. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, see, I'm going too slowly. But just for the purposes of getting this on here. Oh boy. Yeah, that's the other thing is, it may not transfer that well. Oh gosh, I'm taking too long. Okay, and we're gonna try and chrome it. I'm just gonna take this off. Let's see. So honestly, I was moving a little bit too slowly. I think that because the polish needs to be just a tiny bit tacky. That's pretty. So let me just kind of dust that off. So yeah, you notice how I did not have any time to like fiddle with it to try and make sure that that it transferred perfectly. So that's what's hard about, because also you can't use the sticky base. So you can't use this if you're going to do chrome. You have to have a matte surface. So that's why you just got to move very quickly and really, and I'll show later again, but the sticky base, I pretty much only use it for if I'm doing like a really intricate reverse stamp. So that looks pretty. Okay, I'm going to get a sponge and drop everything. So just going to try and remove. Gosh, I'm so surprised at how pretty that looks. So I'm just gonna like blot it because I don't, you know, I'm probably gonna be losing some of the, yeah, see right there, I can tell I'm already kind of like taking it off. So I'm doing off to the side here is I am using some tape for my little sponge here, and that is getting off the excess so I can just keep going back in and dabbing away. I probably need another piece of tape here because the chrome is everywhere. But that is really gorgeous. I'm pretty pleased with that. It's coming off like much more like vibrant pink, but which I would say it's not that, it's pretty regardless. It's gorgeous. Okay, now so see how I, even having like with acetone and completely removing it, sometimes it is just impossible. If you're the type of person that wants to have like zero residual chrome outside, just keep going in with your what are these things called? But that is really pretty. I like that. I grabbed another sponge and just trying to get some of the, yeah, see that? I even went through with acetone and it is still sticking in some places. I have taken like a detail brush with some acetone to, you know, get that off, and that helps. But I feel like I kind of removed a little bit too off of the butterfly. All right, I'm going to go in and top coat this with just the regular Maniology top coat. Where did it go? Here it is. So yeah, I think I probably should have just like left it because I started to take off too much chrome. But anyways, you get the picture. Basically, you just have to move quickly, and I think that is the trick. And so going in now with the Maniology top coat. Honestly, I can't tell if I feel like I took it all off. If I used black, I probably would have been able to see, but that's pretty. All right, I kind of want to try that again. I'm gonna let that dry. But that's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I took it all off. Look, if you compare, dang, it was looking so good. But oh well, that's what I get for being too picky. So I can try again here in just a second. So now I think I want to try some gel stamping to show you what I've used and what works for me. All right, next up I have Melody Susie Flurry polish line. This is a no wipe top, sorry, not top coat, but it has a no wipe finish. And I've been playing around with this brand and it's actually very nice for stamping. So I think it has something to do with, well, one, you need it to be a no wipe finish for the, because otherwise you're not going to get like that nice and mirror-like finish. Just in my experience, if you use like any sort of polish, gel polish, then when you rub into the tacky inhibition layer, then it just makes it look kind of gritty. So that's why I think that this works pretty well. Just similar to like, you know, a top coat if you were to use for chrome. Okay, so I used this plate the other day and let me get all this stuff ready. So when you do this method, because you're going to be curing the gel onto the nail, then you don't really need, you don't have to prep your stamper like that, where you add the chrome. So I prefer to use a silicone tool to kind of like burnish it in and get a really nice mirror-like finish. All right, so I'm gonna go in and let's see, let me make sure that this is very clean. Let that dry. Okay. Sorry if you guys hear thumping and stuff, that's my son. He's in his room. All right, so I'm just gonna go in and liberally coat. I'm gonna go in like every direction. It seemed to kind of help, but now again, this is not advertised as a stamping polish, so but I like to try and use whatever I have to see if it works. So all right, gentle scraping, but you see how there's still a lot of excess. We're gonna keep going. Versus like with regular stamping polish, you do typically just one scrape. Now I'm not really applying any pressure. I'm just kind of like moving down, and then when I scrape, I'm gonna check to see how much is excess on there, because it is going to get, you know, all of the areas in the grooves. So, okay. Now, the nice thing about stamping with gel is that you don't have to be really fast, you know, when you're scraping and this part. So, but you do want to be pretty quick about transferring. So I'm going to do the same method. I'm going to roll in the opposite direction. I'm just checking the plate to see if I got everything. Looks like it might be a little bit bare, but we'll try this one, see how it works. Okay. Okay, roll stamp. Oh, that's pretty. Oops. And I kind of smudged it. That's cute. Okay, let's see. I can add something else down here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Let's see. Let's do flashy lamp just for a second. Just so I don't smudge it before I put it into the lamp. That's beautiful, just how it is. It's like a really light shimmer. Pretty. I like that. Okay, popping that into the lamp. Let's see. I need to put it into my Melody Susie lamp so it cures properly. Oh, let me plug that in once. All right, while that is curing, notice how I still have some gel left over on the stamper, and gel polishes that I've been playing with, I've seen that in every case where it just leaves residue on the stamper. So again, I'm not going to use acetone. I'm just going to take some tape and it takes it right off. So I guess you could maybe, if you wanted to, like go wash it with like a Dawn dish soap afterwards, but I haven't had to. And then maybe you might want to like designate one stamper for gel and then one for just like regular polish. Now with the plates, I'm so paranoid that I'm going to, you know, forget to clean them and then ruin it. So you do have to make sure that you clean it up, because, and you want to really make sure you're getting in all the grooves. Okay. And wipe your scraper as well. Make sure you get any residue off. Okay. It's looking pretty good. All right, let me pull this out. Now, okay. So I'm gonna set this to the side, and I'm gonna go in now with the chrome and just kind of like really rub it in. Rubbing it in. Sorry, I'm so corny. And all right, so here we go. Let me get in the center here. Now I also went in, so I did the velvet matte top coat, and then I also, what did I do? Oh yeah, I buffed the nail off camera too, because I did not want to have to deal with the chrome sticking in places that I didn't want. This is pretty. I love this little stars plate. It is so cute. You can also use just like a little applicator, like as well. Okay, that's probably good. All right, and let me dust. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna go in. Excuse me, hiccups. With a sponge applicator to try and remove some of the little stray chrome glitters. So I'm not quite sure like why I'm still getting all these little stray glitters on here. So, but I think it turned out really pretty. And then let me go in and do a top coat. Well, I still want to try and get it's not going to be perfect, honestly. So my theory, I'm wondering that maybe I just need to go in and rub the chrome in more like lightly. So it could just be that I'm smearing that, even though it is, like I said, it's not sticky. This polish does not have a sticky residue. So, but I'm thinking that possibly it is like rubbing around that inhibition layer, even though it's not sticky, it's smooth. And so that could be what's causing that. So again, that's probably just like a technique there, but okay, so let me add some top coat. Let's see the reveal on this. Not bad. It's pretty, but again, I'm kind of getting that like grainy texture. Some people may be okay with that. Oh, sorry, I'm like all over the place. I'm not in frame very well, but it's not bad. I think because I did it over black, you can really see all of the imperfections. And again, it's very kind of like grainy looking, but hey, for a non-stamping gel, I think that turned out pretty cute. So I think I do have another nail that I can show. Let me see. Let that cook for a second. And then let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Now this is the one that I did with my Uber Chic plate, and I used that same polish. I think I just used a different color. You can really use any color, but again, if you use something that's similar in color to the chrome, then like you don't have to use black. But if it happens to lift or chip, then you'll see it won't be as noticeable. But this one turned out pretty cute. So I did the same thing, and I think on this one I did not like rub it in as much. Now you see over to the side here where that was just what transferred over with the stamper. So there were some areas that I did not, wipe, scrape as well. And it can be kind of hard to determine that, So, but that is the finished look on there. Again, pretty cute, not bad. Okay, that's with it top coated, but this one I really love. I did not top coat it, but I think that came out pretty cute. Okay, let's see, one more. Okay, and just to show you that you really can use any color, I'm going to take this other one by Melody Susie Flurry Gel Line. This is such a pretty blue. And then I'm just gonna go in with this plate. Now this one, I feel like this plate is a little bit tricky, so I'm not sure. This is the first time that I've tried stamping with gel on it, but we'll see how it works. Okay, also make sure everything's clear and wipe off. Yeah, I can tell that this plate, the etching is deeper. So I can scrape a little bit more firmly. Sorry, I'm one of those people, I can't like cook and talk at the same time. All right, I think it needs a little bit more. Can't tell if that's my child or my cat trying to get in. Junior, is that you? Oh yeah, it's my cat. she's so cute. Oh, you guys, my cat likes to play fetch. It is the most adorable thing ever. And she scooted her little thing in too far. It's just like a bread twisty tie, and we play fetch with that. It is the most hilarious thing ever. And so I'm gonna have to stop soon and go play with her. Okay, I can't tell, but we're gonna try this. Let's see. Same method. That is good. All right, I'm still going to do a roll stamp. Okay, notice how it's a little bit smudgy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. Let me see, I'm just gonna pop it in. Hopefully I don't mess it up, getting it in there. Go, go, go. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I have noticed that if you wait too long, then the gel will start to bead up. Again, this is not really meant for stamping. Wow, that's pretty. Let's see, sorry. Let me actually get... I can see little bits of blue in some areas. So again, like I guess that other color that I was using would be better, but Looks pretty cute. So now, of course, these areas where it's like smudged, you could take, I guess, like a detail brush and clean it up with some acetone. So I will try that now. Let's see how that goes. Just so I don't top coat over that. Sorry, it's trying to focus on what's below my hand. Come on, acetone. Get out there. Okay. Yeah, and see it's still sticking in some areas. Okay, so anyways, for this one, I also went in and like buffed the nail. So I have, what was this, the velvet matte top coat, and then I also buffed it too. And that chrome, oh my gosh, it is just so sticky. And I could go in with this, I guess, to kind of get the excess off, but not perfect, but I'm okay with it. All right, I'm going to top coat that and be back. All right, let's see the beautiful reveal on this one. Oh, that's pretty. Gosh, I love this like gold butterfly trend I've been seeing everywhere. And I wanted to redo the stamping that I did with, so chrome stamping with regular polish, because I wiped it all off. But let's see, my phone may not have enough storage, but we'll try. If not, I will just kind of recap for you guys. Pretty. All right, I'm gonna cook that. All right, guys, I want to try that again. Let's see. This is another beautiful polish by from Carabelle Beauty. I'm just kind of slapping it on there. These are just like cheapo Dollar Tree practice nails. So put that in. Where's my magnet? Oh boy, there it is. For those of you that do a lot of cat eye, are you always losing your magnets like me? Okay. Gosh, that is gorgeous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This one has like a very bright fuchsia pink and like a, is it a gold or a yellow? Right now, all I'm seeing is pink, but it does have, let me show you the bottle. It does have a really pretty like gold shift to it as well. Okay, I have to stop. This is me with all, and like if I am on camera, then I won't do it as long, but I will just sit here forever until I get it absolutely perfect. It's a little ridiculous. Okay, let me flash cure that. All right, so that is what it looks like matte, and you can kind of see the gold or yellow shift in it. It's beautiful. Okay. So, right, I'm doing a regular polish again this time, and I'm gonna try and set everything up so I can be super fast. I've got chrome all over my hands. Should probably change my gloves, but okay, we're doing this. And where's everything? Okay, so again, I have my stamper ready, both stampers, and I'm gonna do this gold again. I feel like I've got stuff like not how I want it. Oh boy. Okay, my phone keeps running out of storage, so I have to be super fast. And I'm gonna do that pretty sloppy here, but oh. Sorry, I am being a bull in a china country. Okay. I can feel it gripping onto there, so that's good. So that means it was still wet enough. Perfect. I should probably stop at some point, but all right, I gotta be quick because I don't have enough storage. But anyway, so this one was the regular stamping polish, and then I just very quickly went over with the stamper, and you can see how it where it's stuck to it very well. This one is okay. It's a little smudgy. I probably should have gone in before I cured, just like with a very fine detail brush and cleaned up the areas. But as you can see, this one was much easier. All right, I'm so going in with a top coat. And I just very gently brushed off the excess chrome, but I probably should have waited a little bit longer for it to dry completely. So very pretty. All right, guys, very quickly going over, these are the final ones. And as promised, I would show the polishes that I used. Again, from Carvel Beauty, U28, beautiful. You owe me, that's how I pronounce it. Yanzuan. This one has a pink shift. You can't really see in the light here. And then this one as well. That one has that yellow gold shift. And then the Melody Susie polish I used to stamp with. All right, guys, I'm going to start editing and get this posted for you all. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this one was really long. I will do another video with some reverse stamping and just some other techniques. And hopefully, so I do want to purchase some of the stamping gel from Carvel Beauty. And then once I get that, I will review it. Okay, thanks guys, bye.